Hey there, curious minds and dark dreamers. Welcome to the realm of shadows, ancient tales, and creatures that have been creeping through human stories for centuries. This is Mythora, the channel where we don't just tell myths and monsters, we feel them. In this video, we're diving into 20 of the most iconic mythical creatures from different cultures around the globe. Some drink blood, some haunt dreams, and some lurk just beneath the surface of everyday life. Each one has its own wild origin story, creepy abilities, and eerie vibe that's kept it alive in stories, nightmares, and whispers. So grab your flashlight, and maybe don't watch this alone in the dark. 1. Dracula, Romania. A mysterious count with a black cape and sharp fangs who only comes out at night. He rises from his coffin and seeks warm human blood. His origins trace back to the real-life prince Vlad Dracula, known for impaling his victims. In legends, he burns in sunlight, fears crosses, and can only be killed by a stake through the heart. He's the classic vampire who inspired countless films and scary stories. 2. Bigfoot, USA. A giant, furry creature, part man, part beast, lurking in the misty forests of the Pacific Northwest. Footprints the size of tires have been found, but no one can ever snap a clear photo. Some believe it's a relic of ancient humanity, or even an alien life form. At night, a howl or a rustle in the woods might just be him. If you encounter him, you may only hear his eerie calls and feel his presence, but never truly see him. 3. Chupacabra, Latin America. A strange creature with red eyes, sharp teeth, and a thirst for blood. It lurks around farms, draining the blood of goats and other livestock, leaving only empty carcasses behind. It first appeared in Puerto Rico in the 1990s and has since spread to other parts of the Americas. It's a night creature, often described as reptilian, or a strange hybrid of beast and alien, and no one knows for sure if it's real or just folklore. 4. Kappa, Japan. A water creature with the body of a turtle, the face of a monkey, and a bowl-shaped indentation on its head that holds water. Legends say that if you bow to it, it will return the bow, and the water in its head will spill, making it powerless. But if you're not careful, it'll drag you into the water and eat you. It loves cucumbers and wrestling, and it's said to be a guardian of rivers, if you're lucky enough to survive an encounter with it. 5. Werewolf, Europe. A regular person who, under the full moon, transforms into a wild, bloodthirsty wolf-like creature. With sharp claws and a fierce appetite for flesh, the werewolf hunts under the moonlight. Cursed with an uncontrollable transformation, they are only stopped by silver bullets or swords. The werewolf is a symbol of inner rage and human vulnerability, especially at night. 6. Loch Ness Monster. Nessie, Scotland, a mysterious creature with a long neck and serpent-like body, swimming in the deep, cold waters of Loch Ness. It's been the subject of sightings since 1930, though no one has been able to capture clear evidence of its existence. Some believe it's a survivor from the age of dinosaurs, while others think it's just a shadow or a trick of the light. But every time you visit the lake, you can't shake the feeling that it's watching you. 7. Dajjal, apocalyptic. A one-eyed figure who will appear at the end of the world, claiming to be the savior of humanity. He's charismatic, performing miracles to deceive people into believing he's a god. In many cultures, he's associated with evil, and his arrival is the sign of the apocalypse. In Islam, he is called the deceiver, and only those with pure hearts can recognize his true nature before it's too late. 8. Jinn, Islamic/Arab. Supernatural beings made from smokeless fire, jinn are invisible to most humans but can take any form, human or animal. Some are good, some evil. They live in the shadows of abandoned places, deserts, or even your own home. If you summon them or anger them, they might torment you, but some will grant wishes or offer help. Whether a blessing or a curse, they are always unpredictable. 9. Baphomet, Europe. A strange being with the head of a goat, a human body, and black wings, associated with occultism and dark magic. Some believe it represents the devil, or is a deity worshipped by secret societies like the Knights Templar. It holds one hand up to the heavens and the other pointing to the earth, symbolizing balance between opposites. It remains a symbol of mystery and dark power, a appearing in many esoteric traditions. 10. Minotaur, Greece, a half-man, half-bull beast that lived in the labyrinth, a maze so complex that no one could escape. The Minotaur would feast on the sacrifices thrown into the maze, hunting them down until they were no more. Only one hero, Theseus, dared to enter the labyrinth and slay the beast, using a thread to find his way out. But the maze and the creature are said to still exist in the depths of ancient myths. 11. Yuki Onna, Japan. A ghostly woman dressed in white, with skin as pale as snow and eyes that seem to pierce through your soul. She appears during snowy nights, drifting silently like mist, and can freeze people with her icy gaze. In some legends, she's a vengeful spirit. In others, she's a tragic figure cursed to wander forever. If you meet her, be wary. Her beauty is her trap, and her touch is deadly. 12. Slender Man, Internet/USA. A tall, faceless figure in a black suit with tentacle-like appendages that stretch out from his back. Born from the depths of the internet, Slender Man lurks in the shadows, often stalking children and luring them into the woods. Although no one has captured him on film, many believe he's real, appearing only when you least expect it, and leaving behind a trail of fear and mystery. 13. Basilisk Europe, a monstrous serpent or lizard with a crown-like structure on its head and eyes that can turn anyone who meets its gaze to stone. The basilisk is born when a rooster's egg is incubated by a toad, and it is said that only by using a mirror can one defeat it, forcing it to gaze upon itself. If you're unlucky enough to cross paths with it, make sure you're carrying a reflective surface, or it may be your last look at the world. 14. Kraken, Scandinavia/Norse. A giant sea monster the size of an island, with massive tentacles that rise from the ocean, dragging entire ships and their crews to the deep. Sailors in ancient times spoke of it in hushed tones, warning others of its wrath. If the sea becomes calm and a strange roar echoes from the depths, it could be the Kraken, pulling its prey into the abyss before anyone can escape. 15. Bektik, Middle East/Iran. A creature that comes to you in your sleep, sitting heavy on your chest, making it almost impossible to breathe or move. Some believe it's an evil spirit, others say it's just sleep paralysis. Either way, it's terrifying. People say placing a sharp object under your pillow will keep it away. But for those who felt its weight, there's no mistaking that something sinister is hovering over them in the dark. 16. Kikimora, Russia. A nightmarish spirit, part woman, part shadow, that haunts homes, especially ones where the inhabitants argue or keep things untidy. She creeps around, breaking things, making odd noises, or simply staring from the corner of the room. However, if you maintain a clean house and treat her with respect, she might even help you out. Otherwise, she'll just torment you with her unsettling presence. 17. Empusa, Greece. A seductive demon that can change its appearance, often seen as a beautiful woman. The Empusa lures young men to their doom, feeding on their life force. She has one human leg and one made of brass. In ancient Greek mythology, she was a servant of the goddess Hecate, using her charm to ensnare and devour those who dared to fall for her allure. 18. Tik-Tik, Philippines. A vampire-like creature with a loud ticking sound that signals its approach. It lures pregnant women to its lair to steal their babies. The sound of the tick-tick becomes louder the farther away it is, which is actually a warning that it's getting closer. Salt and garlic are said to keep it away. But beware, if you hear its ticking too late, you might just find yourself its next victim. 19. Banshee, Ireland. A wailing spirit, usually a woman, whose cries signal death. When you hear her sorrowful howl in the night, it means someone you love is about to die. The banshee can take many forms, sometimes an old crone, sometimes a young woman with long silver hair. Her wail is the last thing you'll hear before tragedy strikes, a reminder of the inevitable nature of death. 20. Naiad, Greece. Water nymphs that live in rivers, lakes, and streams. They are beautiful, seductive, and dangerous, Many men have drowned after falling for their enchanting songs. They can drag you under the water with a single touch or embrace, pulling you into their aquatic domain. Despite their beauty, they are treacherous, and many ancient stories tell of their deadly allure. And that wraps up our journey into myth and terror. If you feel like something's still watching you from the corner of the room, don't worry, it's probably just one of the creatures from this video, hanging around in your thoughts. If you loved this dive into dark legends, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and drop a comment telling us which monster creeped you out the most, or which one you think might actually be real. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, stay mythical,